Brandon Ingram is 18 years old. You have a son who's 18. He's in college now. He's Snapchatting while he drives. Think you're going to win playoff games in the West with that? Ben Simmons couldn't lead his college team in the field of 68. Couldn't get him in. Think he's going to lead his NBA team in the Western field of 8? You do realize you're watching Toronto and Cleveland, right? You're seeing how bad the East is. I mean, you're seeing how bad it is. Here's how good the West is. Damian Lillard is not an all-star. He would be the best pure point in the East. In the East, to be an all-star, you have to get past James Harden, Steph, and Chris Paul just to be an all-star. Kawhi Leonard and Draymond Green are at the small forward. Many think Ben Simmons would be at the small forward. He won't make an all-star team. Minimum 5 years. He's not better than Draymond. I don't think he'll ever be as good as Kawhi Leonard. Trade the pick. The Lakers are in the West. 15 of the last 16 years, the West has dominated the East in regular season matchups. Not like barely, not like sort of, like winning 250 to 150. You have to consider where the Lakers play. They play in the West. If you play in the West, Simmons and Ingram have virtually no impact. None for several years. Let me put on the screen at FS1, here is your roster. If you keep the pick, and I put Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, who knows? D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, Lou Williams, Julius Randle, Ben Simmons. Maybe you sign Harrison Barnes. How you think that's doing in the West? If that was a sitcom, 3 episodes, they pull the plug. The Boston Celtics are a young team with a great coach and a terrific point guard. Mm-hmm. They don't need a point guard. They've got an all-star Eastern Conference level point guard, Isaiah Thomas. The 2 best players are Ingram and Simmons. At this point, interchangeable. The 3rd best player, easily, Providence senior, a real grown-up, 22-year-old Chris Dunn, who scouts are saying is Chris Paul but more athletic. Oh, the Celtics have that 3rd pick and don't need him. They need a scorer. This morning, the reports are Philadelphia's leaning Ben Simmons. He's got a higher ceiling, meaning the Lakers would get the shooter the Celtics covet, Brandon Ingram. The Celtics need a shooter, not a point. The Lakers have the 2nd pick. They can't get the shooter without the Lakers. You call Danny Ainge. Danny.
No chance.
Okay, Danny. Congrats on getting Chris Dunn because he'll be useless with Isaiah Thomas. Or you can have the shooter you covet, a dookie you can sell in the Boston market, and who many believe is the best player. I'm going to give you an opportunity for the best player. I'll just take your 3rd pick and your 16th in the 1st round. You ain't getting that pick for nothing. And I'm going to want another pick since you have 4 to 6 that I want. So you give me 2 picks. I'll give you my pick. The Lakers then have Chris Dunn, a real grown-up. They buy Harrison Barnes. They use all those picks and say, Jimmy Butler doesn't want to play in Chicago.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll give you all these picks. I'll give you Jordan Clarkson. I'll give you Nance. Then you can play. Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram, and the Lakers get one of them, can have an impact in the East. You can reboot your franchise. You can sell tickets. They both played collegiately in the East. Brandon Ingram and Simmons in the West are irrelevant.